Hey, I was hoping that you might run another errand with me. How about it? Something very important is all I'll say. Don't worry. I've already spoken to Takahashi and the others. I've learned my lesson from last time. If it's all right with you, I'd like to leave immediately. As for our destination, you'll know soon enough. Come along now. I will guide you. This isn't my first time in Kyoto. It brings back memories. This is a nice taste of a normal life.
Hey, you two! Stop right there! And where do you think you're going?
Hello, my good man. We've some business to attend to over there. So if you don't mind...
What? Not so fast. If you want to pass, you'll have to fork out half the money on your person. I can have undesirables like you Ronin arrested in a flash. You know that.
Me? A Ronin? Dear, oh dear. You're right. A lowly guard like that is not likely to have seen my face before.
What are you two mumbling about? I don't have all day. You're with the Shinsengumi? Why didn't you say so sooner? Please, go right ahead.
You took care of it. How troublesome. Shinsengumi would not be best pleased if they knew the Guardians of Kyoto seemed to have lost their way. Not far now. Well, we've arrived.
Hey there. We just opened our doors. What do you say? Feeling lucky?
I've always wanted to come to such a place. They don't have them at the castle, after all. Also, I'm paying, so rest easy. Let's go in.
Down goes the cup. Folks, come. You finished? 5 and 3 even. Ah, damn it all! Next game.
That's the stuff. Now win us a black ship of our own.
Tap. Folks, come. Place your bets. You finished? 5 and 4 odd. Guessed wrong. Next game.
Careful. The government is broke enough as it is. I believe we've had enough fun for one day.
Well, well, if it isn't Lord Yoshinobu Tokugawa, the Shogun himself. The Kurosu have a score to settle with you.
I expected as much. Can I count on your blade? As expected. When I learned of the growing resistance in Kyoto, I spread word of my visit, figuring it might draw the rebels out. I told you so. Or did you doubt me? That said, I fear I've dragged you into a nasty mess. You hail from Kurosu, do you not? I had someone look into your background. Sorry about that. In any event, I do apologize, and I thank you for coming along with me. Plus, we had ourselves some fun, did we not? Well, till next time.
Wait.
Well, well. I never figured I'd face that style again. We have met before, though admittedly, I didn't have a good look at you then. Tell me, how fares your master these days? You could say that. I figured as much. In any event, with a close clan defeated, I must take matters into my own hands. Do not stand in my way again.
Don't fuss. Hey, remember that old man who attacked us when we went to expose my corrupt retainers? Well, he's continued his assault against members of the shogunate. Makes no effort to cover his tracks either. Still, I remain in the dark as to his identity and intentions. I have my ninjas looking into him, but nothing's come up as of yet. Really? I see. So he too hails from Kurosu. He must be involved with those men from the gambling house. Is he familiar to you at all? I see. So the Kurosu clan is trying to settle unfinished business. know what their goal might be? Ah, yes, me. I'm what they're after. I had planned to deal with this by raising an army, but now I'm hoping that, together, we can put an end to it. On the contrary, I believe I will. At first, I thought I could ignore all those who held grudges for past wrongs, at least during this time of great upheaval. But now I see that I was short-sighted, only putting off the inevitable. For the displeasure with the shogunate, and with me, is real. And though it's my habit to look at only what I want to see, as shogun, I must learn to face those things which require my attention. In any event, I suspect that old man is hiding out at a shrine in Gion. Well, friend, can I count on your blade once more? I knew I could count on you. May we see this thing through, together. I will guide you. The Kurosu clan had already been crushed by the time I became shogun. But after we met, I decided to look into their history. The Kurosu clan went to great lengths to topple the shogunate. Had I been shogun at the time, I likely would have wiped them out too. But what made them hate the Tokugawa so much in the first place? That enmity passed from one generation to the next, the shogunate making not the slightest effort to make amends. And still, it survives. It's the same with the Choshu, and now they may spark another bloody conflict. Somebody must put a stop to this madness. Well, we've arrived.
The Shogun and his royal dog, the Veiled Edge. My blade tree is gone. You will make a worthy gift for her! You are indeed worthy of your master. Prepare to witness the true power of the Veiled Edge.
Everything is about charging head on!
At the order of my clan, I faked my death and left my native land. To think that it should end this way. Kaede, it's time. I'm coming now to retake my place as your blade twin forever.
instead of ruling for the sake of the country, the shogunate has ruled for itself. Therein lies the cause of the Kurosu clan's woes. Who knows? Perhaps the shogunate has outgrown its purpose. But then, who will govern this country in its stead? I realize that I have caused you a great deal of trouble up to now. Thankfully, much of that is finally behind us. I am sorry that I dragged you into this nasty mess. Please accept my sincere gratitude. What? But you are not at all like that old man. You have forged a path of your own choosing. I wonder, what fate is it that awaits this country? Not even I have the power to foresee such things. But I will do everything I can to build a society free from the likes of such men. May neither of us die with any regrets.
What the hell happened here? Looks like these men were still breathing pretty recently. This doesn't bode well for Katsura. We need to find him now. Right. I'll start over there. So much of the town has been burned down. So many homes. We're meant to be fighting for a better country, but this is anything but.
Found you at last. Say your prayers!
One man against those samurai. Hardly fair. Let's even things up, shall we?
My thanks for your kind aid.
That takes care of that. Now then, let's ask our friend here what that was about.
Thank the stars. Glad it was you two who showed up.
Katsura, I had a feeling that was you. What are you doing in that getup? The Choshu men feared the worst.
I've been looking into the Shogunate's next moves, but I've let down my comrades by not being able to fight with them. Genzui especially. It wasn't for nothing, though. I got my hands on some vital information. The Shogunate are going to send in a force to deal with the Choshu soon.
The Shogunate is making a move. They're seizing their chance to take the Choshu out once and for all.
Indeed. And they're expecting the Satsuma to provide the best part of the force.
Them again? But weren't they planning to revolt against the government?
Well, the Satsuma are making a show of compliance to the Shogunate, which will spell the end of the Choshu. Any bright ideas?
You know, I've always wondered why the Choshu and Satsuma don't just make an alliance. You're the only ones with enough power to bring about change in this country. If you joined forces, you'd be unstoppable.
You're not wrong. It would be incredible. Could it be done? But the Satsuma and Choshu are sworn enemies. We cannot simply form an alliance.
That's right. While the Satsuma and Choshu fight, the West eats our country alive. Is that really what you want?
I see what you're saying. Then we should ride to Kyomizadera Temple. Takamori Saigo of the Satsuma should be there at present, as far as I'm aware. He's the commander of the Satsuma forces right now. If we can persuade him, this plan might have legs. Let's meet at Kyomizadera Temple! Could I leave it to you two to broach the subject? I doubt he'll be in the mood to listen if an enemy like me shows up out of nowhere.
No problem. We'll handle this. So, Saigo's in this temple, right?
Ah, that's right. The former chief priest of this place, Gesho, was said to be close with Saigo, and I hear today is the anniversary of his death. It won't be easy. But as long as you're sincere and make him understand that it's all in the best interest of the country, he'll come around. I was told by a geisha who was clients from Satsuma. Apparently, he met his end during the Ansai Purge, where he and Saigo were persecuted.
Okay. Time to head inside. We'll get kicked out if we just rush in. Better to wait for the right moment. The grounds are pretty big, so we should prioritize locating Saigo.
How dare anyone threaten me on this most sacred day? It will take more than that to make me yield. It seems you're no ordinary foes. I swore against you. I will live for the both of us. I won't die here so easily. Have at them! Are you all right? You're formidable. Crossing blades with someone with no intention to kill is pointless. You said you would like to speak to me. The Satsuma never chose to begin this fight. That decision was the Shogunate's.
Forget the Shogunate. I want to speak to you, not them.
It was the Choshu who drew their swords first. And considering their behavior in Kyoto, how can we leave them be?
Look, I understand Satsuma's perspective. But have you thought about our future?
What do you mean? Change this country? What are you saying?
Saigo, deep down, I know you agree with me. There are things Satsuma can only accomplish with Choshu by its side.
You want us to march alongside our sworn enemies? I simply cannot see it.
And yet, it can be so. If we should will it. But first, I should apologize. I am sorry. I could not stop the conflict earlier.
Katsura of the Choshu? What are you wearing?
Oh, ignore these filthy rags. I assure you, my aspirations remain unsullied. As my associates have said, we must put aside our differences, even if it means moving heaven and earth We must transform Japan.
Katra, I hear you. I accept your proposal. Gesho, too, would have been glad to put an end to the bloodshed.
Then it's settled. The Choshu and Satsuma will join forces, and we shall be the ones to see it through. You know, I've heard that in the West you're meant to hold hands and shake them on occasions like this. Go on. Try it.
Saigo, I look forward to working with you.
The pleasure is mine.
Takamori Saigo, swayed by Ryoma, defies the shogun's orders and calls off the Satsuma assault on the Choshu. This episode helps the Satsuma and Choshu draw closer, and they conclude an alliance aimed at overthrowing the shogunate.
Don't you remember what I told you back then? That I had a dream as big as the damn ocean.
This way. Don't think you can escape us. Accept your fate!
They don't give up easily.
Do it! Cut me down!
It's just a scratch. Don't worry.
He needs medical attention! Come on, let's go. I want to get back in the past for a start.
Sounds like a plan. This is a real mess.
After being attacked at the Terada Inn, Ryoma Sakamoto took refuge amongst the Satsuma clan.
Might not be so lucky next time. I'm going to have to leave things to you for now. I'm counting on you.
Did Ryoma make it away without any trouble? Sorry I couldn't be there for the send-off. Now we can't afford to ignore what happened at the Terada Inn. But we still don't know the true course of events. Kondo and Hijikata were away from Kyoto, serving the shogunate, which puts both of them out of the picture as suspects.
If the Satsuma Choshu alliance searches for the culprit in the open, we'll only incur the wrath of the shogunate.
And that's where you come in. We want you to infiltrate the Shinsengumi and sniff out the culprit from within.
I leave the matter to Katsura's judgment.
I knew you'd be on board with the idea. You can handle yourself and adapt to the unexpected. And since you were once part of their number, even fleetingly, you shouldn't raise suspicion. Well, perhaps some of them already know of you, but with a little disguise, no one will notice, I'm sure. You can learn from me. Come to Nishi Honganji Temple once you're fully prepared. You need to be ready to pass the initiation. This place is being used as a Shinsengumi outpost. The arrangements for enlisting have already been made. Thanks to a Satsuma connection, they're expecting a skilled Ronin to join their ranks. I've arranged for a uniform for you as well. You'll easily pass for the rank and file. Unless you can uncover who orchestrated the attack on the Tereda Inn, it won't be safe for Ryoma to come back. I know you're up to the task. The stakes are high, but I'm counting on you. That's what I like to hear. Saigo and I will be praying for your good fortune.
Ah, you must be the new recruit. I've heard much about you.
I've heard talk of your skill with the sword. But a lot of the men here like to talk big, so I'll have to see it to believe it. Have I seen you someplace? Now there's a fearsome look. I expect great things from you. Though I swear I know you from somewhere. I didn't mean anything by it. I apologize. I haven't introduced myself. Shinpachi Nagakura. And this cold fish is Hajime Saito. Saito, show the new recruit around our outpost. And make sure you put them through their paces. Make sure you listen to Saito's every word, you hear? His skill is peerless. Don't upset him or you're done for.
Good grief. Not a chance. Nagakura's superior to me, no question. He's just testing my patience, as usual. The training facilities are just over there. Let's head in.
Here's where we train. Seems we're just in time for a session.
You won't make it into the Shinsengumi without some skill at the sword. It's time to show me what you're worth. Try taking him on. Good. I have high hopes.
行きます
You did well, but I'd like to see a little more. Now, I'd like you to face him. Don't disappoint me.
What's the verdict? Think they've got what it takes?
The technique is certainly interesting. Not bad at all.
Well, coming from you, I'll take that as a high compliment. Now, what say I grant them the honor of a bout with their superior?
Nagakura is in a different league from the other members you fought. Fancy your chances?
Haha, don't you worry. No one's going to die. No need to hold back, you newcomer. Throw everything at me. I yield. You're no joke.
Most intriguing. Besting Nagakura is no mean feat. Right then, follow me.
Ah, you must be the newcomer. Could you come here a moment? Sorry for interrupting. But even in this state, I thought I should at least introduce myself.
This is Soji Okita. Neither I nor Nagakura are his match in swordplay.
That's all in the past now. Now that I'm bedridden, I don't amount to anything but dead weight. If you want to improve, Saito could teach a thing or two, I'm sure. He's peerless after all.
Okita, I'll go on to the dojo. Send the new recruit over once you finish talking.
So then, why do you want to join the Shinsengumi? Well, I can't disagree with that. Put your life on the line, and Kondo is sure to reward you generously. Saito's waiting, isn't he? You should get going. I'll see you later.
Let's begin. This is quite a surprise.
Against the cycle.
I see. You're strong, that's for sure. There are few amongst our number who would be a match for you.
That is no exaggeration.
Why? You could go toe-to-toe with Kogoro Katsura or Ryoma Sakamoto. Those names must have reached your ears, I'm sure. Oh my, that ignorance could well end up killing you. You should pay more attention to what's going on.
Right. I think we can make use of the new recruit. Any objections?
Not from me.
There's someone else I'd like to introduce you to. Follow me.
There's an officer I'd like you to meet. Kashitaro Ito. A man so sharp he can tell you where the world is going and exactly how it's going to get there. Suzuki. I pointed him out before. Is Ito's younger brother. He's important to know too. Leads one of our units. Now, after I introduce you to Ito, I'll speak with him in private. You are to use any means necessary to listen to our conversation. Understood?
Ito, I've brought you a new recruit. Their swordsmanship rivals that of myself or Nagakura.
Well, you must truly be something to earn such praise from Saito. I am Kashitaro Ito, Shinsengumi's staff officer. The Shinsengumi is made up of the most elite warriors in Japan against the Shogun's cowardly retainers. We are as a tiger to a house cat. This country's very future will be decided by our actions. You would do well to be mindful of the power we wield. A most promising recruit. By all means, put that sword arm to use in service of our cause. I expect great things from you. By the way, Saito, can I have a word with you?
That will be all. Dismissed. Listen to our conversation from outside and make note of every word. Got that? Go.
I was just asking the newcomer to train the men. Someone so skilled should be able to oversee fencing drills, I thought.
With Kondo and Hijikata absent, and Okita ailing, now's the time. No one can stop us from breaking away from the Shinsengumi.
But without us here, the enemies of the shogunate lurking in Kyoto may grow bold.
The attempt on Sakamoto at the Terada Inn failed to rouse either the Satsuma or the Choshu. We needn't worry on that account. We are gathering in Aburanokoji to discuss precisely how to break free. I expect to see you there.
We're finished. You can come out now.
Fine work playing the spy. I doubt Ito noticed a thing. You must have heard it yourself, but let me state, Ito is a traitor. I'm keeping watch over him at Kondo's orders. There was an assault at the Terada Inn recently, where Ryoma Sakamoto was attacked. You hadn't heard? He recently became a bigwig in the anti-shogunate forces, prompting Ito's attempt to off him at the Terada Inn. In a nutshell, yes. There's a rumor going around that it was our work, but neither Kondo nor Hijikata were involved. Ito's true intent was to tarnish the Shinsengumi's reputation and to ascertain the plans of the anti-shogunate forces. What we learned is that they can't afford to make any big moves right now, which led to Ito concluding the time was right for him to make his move. I'm going to rid the Shinsengumi of Ito's faction. I know you've only just enlisted, but I will need your help. Meet me at Abura no Koji. That's where we'll do it. You came. We'll begin once Ito's men are here. This is your first official mission. Is there anything you need to ask? He should be here any moment. Not as our ally, but as our enemy. Todo and Suzuki are part of Ito's faction. Good men, both of them. But we have no choice. I haven't mentioned this to him. He suspects I've been making moves in secret. There are plots everywhere. Wheels within wheels. I'll tell you everything if we make it through this. Good. That saves me some trouble. Todo and his companions are masters of the sword. This will be quite the fight. Are you fully prepared? Good. We'll ambush them as they return.
Think you outwitted me, do you? Ha! You who has been cornered. I had thought you had some sense. It seems I was wrong. You're just another samurai who can't let go of the past. Comes fight without the higher purpose. He only prays at being a samurai. Why can't you see it for the farce it is? If I don't do this, who will? Misguided fools.
You were too clever for your own good. It made you think all those around you were fools. Which is why you couldn't bear to serve under Kondo, so earnestly devoted to the shogunate. I'm lucky I had you covering my flank. With that, we've excised a cancer from the Shinsengumi. I don't know who you are, but it's time to stop pretending you're one of us. I've seen more than my fair share of plots and schemes. I just had a feeling. See you around.
Ah, it's you. Some news. We confirmed that the gang from the other day was indeed connected to Serizawa.
That's not all. Nagakura and Todo did some digging
and runs the rowdy sumo wrestlers were Serizawa's people as well.
Serizawa told us we were of the same mind when it came to serving the Shogun. He bolstered the Shinsengumi's forces with his many connections. In him, I thought we'd found an ally we could depend on. But his acts of extortion and drunken debauchery have simply gone too far. We can no longer leave Kamo Serizawa unchecked. He and his men shall be put to death. If the name of the Shinsengumi is sullied, even Lord Katamori will wash his hands of us. How, then, will we samurai fulfill our duty of serving the shogunate? We will not tolerate anyone who threatens the public order of Kyoto, even if they may be a member of the Shinsengumi. Lord Katamori has already approved of our decision. It is now up to us to see the act through. This will be bloody. Serizawa's people are skilled. I hope you will fight on our side. Good. With your help, there's no way we can fail.
We already know where to find them. They're having a meal at one of their regular haunts.
Then that's where we'll go. Come. This way. I thought we were comrades, and so I let him go unpunished. But that man has gone too far.
Those are Serizawa's lackeys. Rather cautious of him to post a picket at the banquet. I'm surprised.
Impressive.
I was hoping we might get a chance to cross blades.
Now that you've turned your back on the way of the samurai, I can't let you live.
I will send you to the hereafter, along with your dusty old dreams. You insolent fool! Why don't you die?
Kondo, this was the right thing to do. Wasn't it, Toshi?
You did what a leader must. It was only right for you to kill those who studied the Shinsengumi's name.
There is no going back. Any samurai who disgraces our way of life will suffer the bloody consequences. How can there be justice otherwise? I don't care what changes sweep through our society. I am a samurai, and I shall protect what that entails. And thus, the Shinsengumi shall follow. In the world we live in, you may have to exchange blows with your former comrades someday. Prepare yourself for when that time comes. Of course you have. Don't know what I was thinking, reminding you of all people. There are times you'll have to dispense with your emotions to stay true to the life you've chosen. That's just the nature of the world we live in. We've taken care of Kamo Serizawa and his followers, Lord Katamori.
Splendid. You have done what a good leader must, Kondo. I am pleased.
Thank you for the gracious compliment, sir.
The Shinsengumi will only grow more important in the days to come. I hope I can count on your continued dedication to serving your shogunate and country.
Yes, sir! As you heard, the Shinsengumi will continue to uphold the true meaning of what it is to be samurai. But I am under no illusion that things will always be this way. I am an old-fashioned man. There will come a time when my way of thinking is obsolete. Should that time come, I hope you two will still wear the Shinsengumi name with pride. Even that would be of great comfort to me.
A useless train of thought. You're in no danger of becoming obsolete as long as I'm around.
You're a reliable one, Toshi. Please, just remember. I would gladly die for what I believe in, but I have no intention of taking either of you with me. I realize it's not my place to ask you this, but if anything were to happen to me, I hope you will be there for Toshi and Soji. Thank you. You have lifted a weight off my shoulders. None of this would have been possible without you. I have no doubt that we will need your help in the future. Toshi and Soji are like little brothers to me. You are like a friend beyond compare. I know it may not be what you want to hear, but I am speaking my truth. I hope you'll help us again if we need you. Thank you.